Your Denver Broncos may have just found the spark that finally ignites their offense, the answer to weeks of inconsistency and frustration. And there's more. Trade rumors are swirling about Denver making a bold move for an offensive playmaker, a decision that could reshape this season entirely. But before we dive deeper into what's happening inside Broncos country, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends, and of course, hit that bell icon so you never miss an update from the heart of Broncos Nation. Now, back to the story. Even though the Broncos are one of the hottest teams in football right now, riding a 3-game win streak alongside the Steelers, Patriots, and Bears, there's still a strange sense of unease among fans. October has been Sean Payton's winningest month, yet the vibes around Denver feel muted. Maybe it's the brutal 2-game East Coast road trip that included a transatlantic flight to London. Maybe it's the fatigue of playing 3 games in just 13 days. But through it all, the team seems to have discovered something important, a key to fixing their slow starts on offense. That key? Bo Nix in an up-tempo rhythm. When asked about the difference between the first and second halves of last week's game, Nix pointed out that early on, the offense was clicking. He went 10 for 11 in the first quarter, the ball was flying, and the energy was electric. The Broncos were running a hurry-up offense, and that's when Nix thrives. Last season proved it, too. In one unforgettable moment against the Bengals, with just a minute left on the clock, Nix led a full-field drive that had every fan on their feet, hearts pounding. That same energy, that sense of urgency, might just be the formula that keeps Denver's offense alive and dangerous moving forward. With just 13 seconds left on the clock, Bo Nix delivered that unforgettable game-winning touchdown to Marvin Mims, a play that reminded every Broncos fan what happens when this offense runs in hurry-up mode. When Nix is free to move fast, to attack, to push the tempo, magic happens. We saw it again at the end of the first half in that Bengals game. With barely any time left, the offense kicked into overdrive, and Nix made every second count. That's when he's at his best, when the game speeds up, when pressure builds, and he's trusted to just play football. Now, heading into this matchup, everything points to this being the perfect week to unleash that same energy. Analysts across the league have been breaking it down. Bo Nix in the hurry-up is absolutely lethal. But Sean Payton, known for his methodical and calculated style, tends to favor structured play calling. The challenge, and opportunity, is to let Nix cook. And this week, that might be exactly what Payton does. With massive, powerful defensive linemen coming into the thin air of Denver, this is the time to use tempo as a weapon. The Broncos don't need to run hurry-up every drive, but when they do, defenses crumble. According to PFF, the opposing secondary ranks near the bottom of the league, 24th overall. Their best defensive backs last season were rookies who struggled against top-tier receivers. When you look at the tape, it's clear, this secondary can be picked apart. The Cowboys dropped 40 on them. The Commanders scored 21. Even the Eagles moved the ball with ease. So here's the plan: strike fast, stay aggressive, and let the crowd at 5,280 feet make life miserable for that defensive front. As Joe Lombardi said earlier this week, their linemen are werewolves, big, mean, and dangerous. But at altitude, under that deafening roar of Broncos country, even werewolves can lose their bite. Bo Nix in the hurry-up? That's the formula, plain and simple. When he's in rhythm, he turns the Broncos' offense into a storm that no defense wants to face. But here's where adjustments need to happen. It's time to step away from those short passes and constant screens that have been holding this offense back. Last week, Sean Payton leaned heavily into that strategy, and the results weren't great. The Broncos' average depth of target dropped, and their success rate followed. When your short game becomes predictable, defenses feast on it. This week has to be different. Those powerful front fours across the league can sniff out and destroy screen plays before they even develop. But there's one exception: Marvin Mims. Get him moving, get him in space, and let him use that explosive speed. When Mims goes in motion, everything changes. Defenses panic. He can turn a short throw into a highlight in seconds. Now, let's be fair, there were real reasons behind the offensive struggles last week. The first came early when Matt Peart went down with an MCL injury just 3 plays into the game. Playing without a key lineman throws off the rhythm of everything. Add in the fatigue from travel and the quick turnaround, and you start to see why things didn't click. Then there's the defense, and man, they were dominant. They didn't allow Justin Fields and the Jets to reach the red zone once. Not a single drive. That's an unbelievable stat and a testament to how this Broncos defense is built. And when your defense plays that well, sometimes your offense goes conservative. Joe Lombardi even admitted it, when the defense is locking things down, you start thinking about clock control instead of taking risks. That's exactly what happened. Payton and Lombardi weren't scared, they were playing smart, protecting the lead. But now, with lessons learned and momentum on their side, it's time to unleash the full power of this offense again. Last week's game plan was clear: trust the defense, win the field position battle, and close it out. And that worked, but to become the team Denver wants to be, a playoff team, an AFC contender, they need more than just clock management. They need to move the ball, dominate drives, and unleash the offense that Broncos country knows is in there. And let's be very clear, there is no sophomore slump for Bo Nix. None. The national media is finally starting to admit it too. The kid isn't some work in progress, he's a franchise quarterback in every sense. Nix has completed nearly 66% of his passes, accounting for 43 total touchdowns, and showing poise well beyond his years. That's not just good, that's Super Bowl caliber efficiency. Forget the critics and the lazy PFF metrics. The tape tells the real story. In both losses this season, the Broncos didn't trail in the fourth quarter. Nix has kept them in every fight, every minute. Even voices like Colin Cowherd are starting to take notice, saying outright that Bo Nix isn't showing any signs of a sophomore slump, but rather the growth of a true leader. When you stack his performance against the rest of his class, it's not even close. Nix ranks second among sophomore quarterbacks, right behind Drake May, and that's while facing much tougher defenses. The Patriots have coasted through one of the softest schedules in the league, but Denver? Denver's battled with teams like the Chargers, with their elite pass rush, and the Colts, who bring relentless defensive pressure. Through all that, Bo Nix continues to shine, outplaying last year's rookie sensation Jayden Daniels and leaving nearly every other young quarterback in his rearview mirror. Bo Nix isn't just holding his own, he's proving he's the future of this franchise. The spark, the leader, the fire Denver's been waiting for. There is no sophomore slump for Bo Nix, and when this offense runs in hurry-up mode, incredible things happen. The tempo turns the Broncos into a relentless force, one that defenses struggle to contain. But there's still chatter among analysts: can Denver move the ball consistently without making bold offensive moves? One major rumor making the rounds comes from ESPN's Bill Barnwell: the Broncos could pursue a trade for tight end Taysom Hill. The report suggests a possible swap, Denver sending a 6th-round pick in exchange for Hill and a 7th-round pick, while taking on his contract. Imagine the possibilities. Hill's versatility could add a new dimension to Sean Payton's offense, a weapon in both the passing and rushing game. Would he be the spark this team needs to elevate their playoff ceiling? Broncos fans are divided, and this decision could define the season. Right now, with Nix in the driver's seat, the offense has all the tools to dominate, especially when paired with strategic acquisitions like Hill. The tempo, the talent, the coaching, everything is lining up for Denver to prove that they aren't just contenders, they're a force to be reckoned with. The offense is ready to ignite on Sunday, but the real question is, can the Broncos defense contain Daniel Jones and Brock Purdy? There's no doubt both are talented, but Denver faces a challenge with a tricky schedule. The NFL hasn't made life easy. The Dallas Cowboys are coming off a bye week next week, fully rested, while the Broncos are just returning from a grueling London trip, likely still feeling the effects of travel and jet lag. Despite that, this team is battle-tested and ready. Motivation is another factor. Daniel Jones and Brock Purdy have been showing off their confidence, the swagger, the dancing, the flashy celebrations, and that's caught the attention of Broncos players. But Denver has faced mobile quarterbacks before, ones who try to extend plays with their legs and make defenders miss. This isn't new territory. The Broncos know that no matter how much the opposing QBs flex or parade around, they have the experience, discipline, and firepower to dominate. The crowd, the altitude, and the speed of Bo Nix in the hurry-up offense will set the tone. This isn't just a game, it's a statement. This week could be tricky, a potential trap game. The NFL schedule hasn't done Denver any favors. The Cowboys are coming off a bye next week, fully rested, while the Broncos are recovering from a grueling London trip. Jet lag, travel, and back-to-back games make preparation harder, but Denver thrives under challenges like these. The focus is clear: can the Broncos defense shut down Daniel Jones and Brock Purdy? Both quarterbacks are talented and mobile, but Denver has faced agile QBs before. These aren't unfamiliar situations. The Broncos know how to contain a quarterback who tries to extend plays with his legs. Motivation is key. Jones and Purdy have been showing confidence and swagger, but the Broncos aren't intimidated. The combination of altitude, a roaring crowd, and Bo Nix leading a fast-paced offense sets the stage for Denver to dominate. This isn't just another game on the schedule, it's a statement. Denver has the firepower, discipline, and strategy to prove that no matter who flaunts on the field, the Broncos are ready to answer, and they won't back down. The Giants have been a solid offensive team, scoring on nearly every opening drive since Daniel Jones took over. But the Broncos are more than ready. Confidence is high, and the defense is gearing up for a statement game. Big news: Dre Greenlaw is returning. Practicing 2 days in a row signals he's ready to make an impact. His presence on third downs and against tight ends immediately strengthens Denver's defense. Add that to Alex Singleton's stellar play, and the Broncos' defensive front is as formidable as ever, consistent, disciplined, and nearly impenetrable. This defense has shut out opponents in 3 games this season. With Greenlaw back, the unit goes from excellent to elite. And motivation is building off the field, too. The swagger and celebrations from Jones and Brock Purdy have rubbed some Broncos players the wrong way, creating a chip-on-the-shoulder mentality. History shows this team thrives when they want to shut a rival down, and that fire is back. Adding to the intensity, the team will honor Demaryius Thomas at midfield, a reminder of the no-fly zone legacy. Having the greats of Broncos history watching only elevates the energy. The players want to prove they can match the standards set by legends. Expect the Giants' flashy moves and chains to be met with mile-high toughness. Bo Nix in the hurry-up offense, combined with a motivated, elite defense, sets the stage for a dominant performance. This isn't just a game, it's Denver making a statement. The Broncos will make Mile High a fortress. The Giants won't like a second of it. Broncos by a mile, and that's exactly what every fan should believe.